welcome to Geekatplay Studio Tutorials. In this tutorial, we'll look how we can mix natural filters depending on altitude for different strings. And for example, right here you can notice we have one and second one kind of different. We will go to create this river kind of a bend and control it once, and just work overall with also material distributions in Vue afterwards, but mostly we'll work inside the world machine to create the complex terrain about 26 kilometers by 26. So let's go ahead and start working on this. Okay, so first things what I want to look at some ability to control a different type erosion based on a layer. For example, right here we have a purlin noise and we have one erosion applied. What I'm going to, for example, if I have a second one, and what if I wanted, as example, use it on the bottom, like, okay, let me just slightly reduce scale on this one, okay, or actually increase scale. So right here, I want on a lower kind of level, I want to apply higher and less erosion on the top. So currently we can go inside, and right here we can kind of, you can see applied, how many amount we want to carry. For example, I want like more on the bottom, so I can apply some effect right here of this erosion. Okay, it might be bring a little bit higher. Okay, but I don't want this applied to the top. So for example, on top, I want different. I want to apply less channel, more kind of smooth effect, maybe like this. Soft rocks, so have different type, and I want them combined, but I want this effect with the heavy channels. And in our project, when we'll do river, it's what I want to do. On the mountains, I want smoother, but by the river, by the water, I want with water more kind of moving out. With ocean, I want this. So I want to mix them together. The one thing to do this, we need apply filter, or actually we want to use it selector to control height of them. Okay, and we also want to do it is control the height, actually selector. Okay, so in combiner right here we want to use height chooser for this. Okay, and let's edit. We need only 2 nodes right now. You can use more if you need it. And you notice right here we have it lower and high. So this is our high field. I want to use it. So this one actually will go on the bottom. Okay, we can kind of change them this way. Okay, this one go on the lower values, and we needed input, the guided input. To do this, it's what I said, we'll go to selector and we'll use it select heights. So let's click on that one. Again, we'll take input and connect to ours, and you notice right here it's where we modify, so we can readjust this to different position. Okay. Now let's go select and connect to control. So next I want to just lock this so we can preview, and right here in the height we can modify them. The one thing, again, let's go from the top. So I want invert selection, and you notice right here is look on the bottom. The lower I'm going, the more effect of the high field will go down. So if I go up, the more my lower field will extend. So I want to go my lower field maybe up to this area. Okay, and now this top one right here, this point. Okay, and you know what, let's do this way. So we'll go open so we can preview just slightly better this way. select height, and you see right here, right now we apply filter on top one, which is smooth. But again, if I want to have it more water erosion, maybe from river or something on the bottom, I let this go high up, and you can see how it's going up, and we start blending those together. But again, it's using by choose the chooser by selector. So right here we have it also fallout adjustment. We can have it very sharp, and you can see how sharp line we have it. See right there, and actually it's maybe even better preview this way with sharp line. So you can see how we can apply it. So we can go with sharp line to level where we want it, and just slightly smooth in. Okay, we can have it linear or exponential. It depends. One is a parametric and one is linear. So we'll just select linear for this. Okay, let's click OK. So and right here is how we select. But till we start doing this, let's do other things. Let's go and work maybe a little bit more on creating some other terrain or river, as what I was saying. So we'll do this way, and we'll just leave this as here as default. We can unlock our preview, and let's do create expand this one. It's our terrain generator right here. I want to control my layout. So example, I can see right here I have some terrain done, some basic, but I want to create the river, and I want to create maybe a river going through the mountain. So let's go ahead and add some mountains first. So I'm taking Perlin noise, and you know what, I'm just going to make it very smooth, kind of. We'll adjust some of those values. This will be our basic noise. So I want to go ahead and create some mountains first. So for this, I'm going to create layout generator first. Okay, we'll go open. So right here we have one. And you know what, I maybe want to scale this just a little bit bigger. So we have more area to work. Okay, let's go to layout generator. I will take a lines. Okay, and we'll just create maybe mountain. Just something going like this. Right click. One more right click. The one thing what I want to do, it's open in our shape. Okay, we have a default values, and again depend how mountain you want it to create. I think the linear will work just fine. We'll leave the default 4, so this is okay. Next, I'm going over line, and I'm right clicking with my mouse. Okay, right here. So from our pop-up menu, I want come and says perform curve smoothing. So you can see it's kind of realigned. That's what I want to use it. Next, I want to use also breakup. Just add extra, and I will going to leave the as a default values. So next, let's create maybe another mountain. Okay, I'm going to select another line, and I want this one going straight through, because I want to go river pass through, but I want the river cut through my mountain. So we can see how we can do this. So right here, maybe, you know, just select like this. You can notice it's have the same options. Again, I'm right click and prefer smoothing. Just make a little bit nicer. It's add this bezel lines, so it's make smooth, nice. And again, if you think it's a little bit too noisy, you can just reduce a little bit roughness, so it's become less rough this way. Okay, let's go preview. Okay, next This is our one generator, and we can go and select this, add it to our Perl noise as control. So right here you can see we have a nice selection, nice mountains going so far. Okay, now I want to create a river. But before create river, I want this river go inside and maybe some lake right on side. So let's go ahead. We'll create another loud generator. And for this one, actually, what I want to do, it is, oops, actually, you know what? Let me connect this together, kind of, so we know where is this both all will go together. And this will be our water. Okay, till I'm doing, actually, you know what? Let me create another one. This will be my river going together, and I want these two connected, and I want them going with combinations and go with my Perl noise on this one. So let's do this way. I'm going to open this one. Again, we can click overview. So right here, yep, we're right this area. I'm going to create maybe a circle around here, something like this. Okay, I can go inverse the values. Let me select the circle. We can increase slightly, maybe bevel. We'll see, maybe it's a little bit actually too much. And of course we can just readjust. Kind of repositioning this way. Okay, sometimes if it's hard to see how it's going, you don't need it. You can leave it inverse value this way, and we can invert afterwards. So it's probably what we're going to do. We're going to do that way. Just let's go leave it for now. But just let you know, if you need it, you don't need use inverters. You can always invert values inside. Again, I'm leaving like this right now. We can use it break up again if you want it, but for this I'm using very smooth, because it will be more like a water maybe around, and I'm not sure if I want kind of like this maybe. So just readjust, reposition. Okay, this is one. Okay, now let's go adjust our river. So, and I'm going to select, and this one will be path for our river going. We'll use it lines, and I'm just going to draw, you know, and what the river does sometimes, they're kind of going around and going to the ocean. Okay, so right here is one river, and next I'm going to right now add another path. So for example, maybe from here, you know, river kind of going around. Okay, and maybe add one more path. Just big three streams kind of splitting otherwise and going out. Okay, so next, what, oops, actually I don't want to do that. Okay, so next what I want to do, I want to select and I want to modify the values. The one, I want to modify curves, so make them a little bit more narrow, kind of sharper, and also maybe about 2, yeah, something like this. Okay, let's do also till we here, right click, smoothing, and we'll use the break up on this. So I think that will be kind of look nice. Okay, next we'll go to just same modify this one, go slightly down. You can see I'm just make those channels kind of a little bit more narrow on this one. Okay, same we can go to smoothing on that one. Let's select one more. Slightly adjusting. You can make them not necessarily uniforms and again smoothing. So right here we had 3 lines. Okay, let me bring that one and just place it together. Kind of link them. Okay, so I link those lines so they're going nicely. This is look kind of like Willow River. Okay, next we're going to overview, and we can start combine. You remember I said you can inverse inside, so if you remember what I want to do, I want to cut this into terrain, so I will actually need to make its lower going down, so we can inverse this way, or if you prefer them to see similar way to going, you can add inverse now, and that's what I'm going to do. So we'll go take a couple inverses here, and we'll just take them and connect to each. Again, it's one way to another, it will have the same result, you can see, but on this case it's a little bit more visible sometimes, so you can see easier what's happening. So let's take these two and combine them together. Again, you can other ways, you can always go inside there and just edit reverse here if you want it, but because we're doing kind of like Torah, so we can see all segments, why I'm separating them. So next I'm going to use combiner, and I'm just going to combine them together. Inside the combiner we'll go use it minimum. I want just minimum values, and I'll just go all the way to our lower value. So we'll take minimum of the lower and apply it to the top, and right here you can see we have it, our map with the river going through and going to the water, maybe ocean or some other place. Now we need to combine them with our mountain generator. So again, we'll take another combiner, we place it right here, and let's do same things. We want to go by the minimum, so we'll take generator contact here, high field connect right here. You can see how it's going. We'll go to the minimum, okay, and apply. So notice we kind of lost rivers at this point, but what I was looking at, this segment right here where the river cut through the mountain, this is what most important for us. So again, we'll take this and connect now to input. So right here you can see we have it. Now we need to apply our reverse, what do we have it, to our pearl noise, and best to use the mask for this. So we'll take and we'll connect to the mask input. Right here where you can see we have now create our mountains high, we have it cut river through, and we have this river is going kind of like around to our water. Okay, so we already applied, we already have some selections of the erosion, so we can actually going next and modify it. So remember, this one is our low value, so it will be applied to the rivers on the bottom, so we can go ahead and kind of actually work on this one. So let's go to open preview, open erosion, and you can see right here we can kind of start, can modify and make effect. Again, don't worry about top mountains, those ones I want to be smooth. I want just look right here where the river is going. This is what I want them work. Again, right here maybe we need to bring closer so it will have more lines going down this way. And for this one, I'm just going to select circle and bring slightly in. Maybe make less bevel for this. So we have a little bit more lines going this way. Okay, we'll go to, again, open our erosion and just see. I think this will look harder rock. Okay, we want channeled for this, so we want harder line, and you can see we kind of have it. That's what I want. By the river, I want this heavy kind of channeling going around. Okay, maybe around this way. Put rock hardness a bit more up. Okay, I think this way kind of, again, just play around, see which one you think look good. I kind of like how these come up for the river side. Okay, next we can go inside this erosion right here. Okay, so let's select, and don't worry about bottom, but just look on top of mountains. For example, for this one I want to create smoother mountains. Maybe not so much. Okay, maybe around right here. And we can always go and pop up more mountains by going in this advanced pearl and just, you know, make it a little bit sharper, higher and sharper. So this way you can see we have it more applied. Okay, and now we can look closer on our chooser, so you can remember we have it right here, our chooser. Okay, so it's what applied separation this. We have it join, select high, and you can see we can apply it how high we want to put those rivers. So we can, if we go all the way, the mountain does not have this effect I wanted. I want this gradients on the mountain, so I'm going to leave it down about this way. So exponential probably work better, and smooth out. Maybe like this. So we have very nice this rigidity on the mountain, but we still have it the channeling kind of apply. So we're going to work with two of them. So here we kind of preset, and let's go in the next tutorial. We'll kind of creating our outputs and going to render.